The next very important thing we need to look after when buying art or understanding is the intricacies of the market. Like all markets, there are specific rules and there's standards, and not everybody follows the same rules. Now, there is no reason why you could not buy a print, let's say a photographic print that you absolutely love on your wall, and at least have a secondary market that is interested on that print, that you can get your money's worth back or even some appreciation. There's investors who treat art as an asset class, and that is definitely a strategy. Maybe you just want to buy something on your wall. Maybe you want to buy something you don't care how much it costs, you just love it and want it there. What's very important is to understand that you can buy art where you're going to lose money, for sure, and there's art that you're going to retain the piece's worth, and there is art that is going to increase in value in time. So it's completely up to you to decide how you want to spend your money on art. What's very important is that you understand that there is a market that has certain rules, and that if you follow those rules, depending on what you want to create or what is your objective, you will have a greater probability of success if you understand the rules of the game. So let me give you an example. An original print, a painting, for example, or just an original work of art, let's say, that has more value because it's only one of them. So imagine if an author will write a book and only prints one copy. How much would that copy be worth to the marketplace as opposed to having hundreds or thousands of millions of reproductions, right? So the same thing happens in art. You can find a limited edition fine art, for example, in photography. So the smaller the limited edition of prints, the more scarce that piece of art is. Versus if we do hundreds, there's some artists that do close to 1,000 prints of the same image, you will not get back the money's worth that you got because there's too much of that asset class or that item on the market. Doesn't matter how great it is. So as any other item on the market, art and price are related to scarcity. So the more scarce it is, the higher value it has. You will find some artists in the marketplace that have great marketing, that have wonderful sales teams, that will tell you that their prints are, you need to buy them quickly because they're quickly running up in price, and the more editions they sell, the higher the price it becomes. There are very famous photographers that have 14 or 15 or 16 galleries around the world that sell huge format landscape photography, which are wonderfully done, technically precise. And you can look at, there's actually a New York Times article that came out yesterday in one of these leaders in the industry, and how their pieces just simply don't hold water. They don't hold value. So the money you spend with this promise of appreciation because the store is selling them more and more expensive, that by no standard reflects that there's a secondary market, that when you come out of the store and you want to sell it, you might probably get 20%, if you're lucky, of what you paid for. That is not an educated decision. Again, there's people who say, I love it, I don't care, I'm gonna have it on my wall, I don't care if I don't want to resell it or if nobody pays anything back. That's great, that's a wonderful decision if that's what you want to do, but what's important is that you need to be aware that even very sophisticated artists with tremendous machinery of sales and marketing, that's not going to give a print its value. So I can go on very long on this video. What's important to understand is educate yourself on the intricacies of market valuation of art. Again, going back to photography, where has the artist exhibited? Has he had many exhibitions in group exhibitions or individual exhibitions? Has there been auction sales of his art or her art? And what is the price of auction? How many limited edition prints is the artist creating? Is it a very vast number? Is it a very small number? So all these things play into how much you should be paying for art that you love on your walls. And there's no reason why you cannot pay a fair price for something that you love having on your wall.